the last thing that happened was Rowan and Xweets locked the door to the basement of the library, and then went and also put a bookcase in front of it, just to be sure.
As one does.
As one does. And then went upstairs, leaving Cooper on the ground floor of this abandoned library. So, you're in this, old building. It's weathered, there's been rain, there's moisture damage everywhere, and green algae growing up the walls and across the wooden floor.
Hell yeah.
There's 4 separate rooms that each have a door out into this hallway, in which you can find the children's section, the natural sciences, the practical know-how, and then I think my map is outdated. Do y'all happen to have notes on what I said was on the ground floor? Because I think I have wrong information.
I unfortunately do, and that is the one that I cannot decipher my handwriting on.
What? No!
I'll see if I can decipher my handwriting.
Yeah, please.
Terrain? I don't know why that would be the word.
What? What?
Terrain?
Natural sciences.
Terrain?
Children's section. Literature.
Oh, is it just
Devoted to
literature?
Practical knowledge.
Yes.
I think it's just
the
literature.
practical knowledge I think is like the homesteading, farming.
Yeah, the I didn't come through on my pen, and the L just looked like a stray mark, so I had torture and was like, well, that's something.
That can't be
Classic
anything. Welcome to Tertiary. Do you want to read about Tertiary? And then of course, sorta in right where the entry into the building is, on the other side of the hallway, there's like a little long since abandoned reception desk. Yeah, where would Coop like to check out?
So we would have already have walked by it, but was there anything of note at the desk?
Not particularly. It, from a brief glance, it's clear that it was abandoned in a hurry some time ago. Like, there's a knocked over coffee mug on the desk, and a stain from where once coffee spilled out that's now been overtaken by mush and fungi. Mush? Moss and fungi.
There could be mush too.
That could be mush. It's a mush. It's a general mush.
General Mush reporting for duty.
And actually, you do see that there are, on the desk, on the side where you would sit at the desk, there's a little row of 3 hooks where some keys might have been at some point, and they each have labels. One of them maybe says staff room, the other 2 is room, and but there's no keys.
There's no keys. All right. Well, we're here to try to learn more about the history of this town, right? And along the way, if we can't find out anything about the whatever is going on with Rowan's arm, I mean, I'd be curious to check out the literature room, but I don't think that's going to help us. I'm going to go check out the natural sciences room.
So, you open this door into a room that's like, it's very musty in here. Like, it's very damp in here. And there's like vines growing over bookshelves. And like some of the bookshelves are like half rotted and are just like, I mean, they look unstable, but they've been sitting like that for a bit, at least. Possibly held up by the plants that are growing around them. And there's like one window that's like kinda letting the daylight in, but the window is like covered in stuff that's like started growing on the glass. And like the general dust and grime that comes with, you know, not cleaning the window for however long and abandoning a building to the weather.
Classic Gunge.
Classic Gunge. I was saying, we previously established that there's like holes in the roof and stuff.
Yes.
So it's not like this place has been like sealed necessarily.
No, not at all. Quite the opposite.
All right, so
it's not a church, but it's a holy building.
Hey.
As I saw, the basement would still be probably icky.
Yeah.
But I don't need to worry about mold poisoning just yet.
Just the asbestos. But don't worry about that yet.
Oh, dang it. Well, it's a good thing everything's wet. That'll keep the dust down.
So true. And like as you're walking, sort of just like looking over, there's books covering like there's biology, there's some medicine books, and like that's like the majority of the books that you see, at least at a glance, is like biology, medicine, sort of the squishy sciences.
Can I do a deep dive? Because I would like to do an investigate of rooms or book.
Rooms or book.
And I'm going to say no advantage. We're just going to do this. Uh-oh!
Well!
The GM gets to tell me something I wish wasn't true.
You gotta stop announcing it like that.
You gotta stop.
Snake
Buddy.
eyes, but that isn't wearing their glasses.
Stupid. Right, before we get too into it, let me just remember to heal up the Xweets and heal up the Coops. Bingus bungus. But I think, no. Well, you did just get one more advantage, so that's nice.
Yeah, Pen, for what it's worth, I have noticed that chat seems quite free flowing with advantages when people are empty. So like, yeah, feel free.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of slather them on there.
just really get them on there.
And what was the deal with experience? Do you get that every time you fuck up a roll, or was it
Yes.
a more specific case?
No, every time you fail. So have an experience.
Ooh, yeah, that roll was big beefing.
Big beefing.
Big beefing on a Thursday.
And there's one for
Boop, boop, beefing.
Xweets.
Thank you, Juno.
Yeah. So, I tell you something you wish wasn't true. Well, now Rowan feels left out. You're so right. Rowan gets one too. There you go. So, here's the thing I can imagine you wish wasn't true. Which is that, you know, you and Mog are not... Oh, that's really loud. Excuse me. You and Mog are not alone in this room. From the corner near the window, you see what at first might just be water vapor or like the morning mist getting heated up by the sun. Except that it's almost smoke-like. There's a gray mist rising from the floorboards between the, like, warped, rotted wood. Just a little bit. Just enough that it's oddly localized. And it rises up in front of the window, and then starts taking shape and forms into a person.
Excuse me?
They're seemingly made from this gray mist, and as such are more or less devoid of color. They're wearing what could possibly be a sort of lab coat. It looks like they're missing an eye, and they've got a large scarf covering their neck and the lower half of their face. The only thing that's not gray on them is their hair, which is dark, long and unkempt. And this person takes shape and scans the room briefly, then finds you. Hey there. Don't, what, you look like... Is it the... It's the mist thing, isn't... Oh, so sorry about that. Where's my manners? Hi, my name is Will. Welcome to my library. Can I help you?
Wait.
Hi. S- Sorry. I wasn't expecting to find anyone here.
No, that's, well, that's understandable, really. Well, I haven't had guests in at least a year. I mean, and they go over to the window and kind of drag their finger along it, making like a fine line through the grime on the glass.
Oh, good. So they're
Ooh.
solid. Great.
Yeah, I've neglected it a little bit. I'm sorry, this must be a shock to you. Please, this is a library. Knowledge is free for those who seek it, and... well, I'm just happy to help. And honestly, happy for the companionship. Again, haven't had visitors in a long time, and well... again, if you'll excuse my sudden appearance, I felt a sort of kindred spirit in the building, as it were. You're not from here, are you?
No.
Hmm.
Sorry. Hi. My name's Cooper.
Cooper. Good to meet you. I don't want to appear too forward, but it's been a while since I've met anybody who's... I can really feel the pain. I'm sorry, that's too forward. It's just... your world was taken too, wasn't it?
From what I've been told, yeah.
I'm truly sorry. And I can honestly say, I know how that feels. My world was taken from me too. It was torn asunder by the darkness and stranded here. Fun. But let's not get into that too much. However, was it reason for you? I don't mean to pry, it's just I'd like to know where I'm standing, sorta. Is it something you're willing to talk about?
I suppose I don't really remember anything about it, though. It happened when I was real young.
Oh no. For what it's worth, I'm truly sorry. Do you remember anything of that world?
Not much, really, no. It all kind of gets mixed together. I vaguely remember fireworks once, but that's about it.
Well, Cooper. Was it? Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
You know that makes us kind of special, right? It's something that happened, and it's awful that it did, but as survivors, we have been given another chance. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I must sound crazy. Please forgive me. I haven't talked to anyone in some time. I just it's something I've been telling myself when it gets really bad. It's just that, and I just I'm sorry, I blurted it out. Please, I won't ask any more of you. Can I help you? Or do you want to talk more about what happened? Do you want... anything. Please. Excuse my manners.
No, that's, that you're okay. That's all understandable. I understand being alone for a little while. You said this was your library. Oh, hi Raiders.
Hi Raiders, hi Rep, thank you for the raid. We're so in the Sunken Valley. Cooper's talking to someone.
Who's asking him some real personal questions.
Yep.
Oh boy, it's so normal in here.
It's so normal in here. Anyway.
So this is your library. I came here to, well, I suppose I was directed here. I was told maybe that there was some history about how this world came to be the way that it is.
Oh, bless my heart, that's what I'm here for. That's been my thing. Ah! Yes! Incredible! No! Ask me anything! Ask me anything! That's what I've been compiling so much knowledge. Oh. Fantastic, yes!
Oh.
Anything. Or if you prefer to read first-hand stuff, which you should, you know, the history section is upstairs. But please, ask me something. I know so much and haven't talked to anyone about it. I'm sorry that I'm being so weird. It's just, that's my thing, Cooper, that's my thing.
I imagine during all of this, if it is at all possible, I mean, Mog's been hiding behind my back.
Mm-hmm.
If he could leave without being seen, he might. But he wouldn't risk being seen. Like, if I could, like, if there was any way that maybe during this, in a way that doesn't look like I'm trying to back out of the room, if I could back towards the door.
Mm-hmm.
And just let Mog slip out and wait kind of around just by the door. No, well, hold on. I'm immediately already like, this seems bad actually to be separate from Mog.
Well,
in the most casual way that I can, Mog will still be hidden behind me, or however it makes sense for Mog to hide out of this guy's line of sight. I do want to at least make sure that I am between him and the door.
that is easy enough, yeah.
So you're also not from here, you said?
Yes.
How did you come to be here? How was it, how long prior to all of the vague gestures, how much prior to all of this did you yourself see?
Excellent questions. Right. So, well, you know, it all sort of happened, I mean, in hindsight, gradually, but it felt sudden. You know, I came from this, beautiful, just beautiful place. I mean, in one place you would have forest as far as you could see, and then oceans and plains, and all of it hampered by the fact that there were a little bit of a kill or be killed situation, sort of both between animals and people, and also the people who got turned into monsters. I'll come back to that because that makes what's happening here very interesting. So, to give you the short of it, where I come from, there are godlike beings, and they used people as tools in their petty power struggles. And I was one of them. The tools, that is. Although I was chosen, I think, to gather knowledge for no good reason, seemingly, so I kind of just, place to place, asking people, reading books, boring stuff. My reading speed, my word per minute, insane. You wouldn't believe how fast I can read a book. So, I was sorta hanging out with some of the astrologers, and we noticed that the night sky was changing. So there was this weird shimmer, almost like a veil, covering the skies one day. Just one day. Just boom. Suddenly we can't see we could still see some of the stars, but they were dimmed. And then, dawn was supposed to happen, sun was supposed to rise, didn't. And then, perhaps this will jog your memory. I mean, how do you explain that a mountain was ripped out of the continent? It was like a tooth ripped from its socket and magma flow like blood? I've been writing poetry about it. Don't worry about it. It's my way of dealing with this. It sent everybody and everything into a fight for survival, pretty much immediately. And then that nice, weird shimmer in the sky disappeared. Well, time to see the stars again. Hooray. No. Cooper. Complete, utter darkness. I'm not just talking about, whoa, it's nighttime. I'm talking about black. I'm talking about complete lack of stars. Do you have any idea what that's like?
Not.
No? Maybe? Kind of?
So he was gonna say no, but is having like a trickle, a whisper of a memory, and then it's gone. So please continue.
Right, yes. Where was I? Darkness, magma flowing like blood, yes. So, I suppose I was kind of one of the lucky ones, because I was, I was up there, you know, just sort of wandering, and then suddenly, running for my life, and then suddenly the very ground beneath me starts rising. It's just like as if it stood up, except, it didn't stand up, it was being pulled into horrible darkness. And then I was here. I thought I was just here. Isn't that strange? How do you get here?
1 second while I write a note. Here.
Holy shit.
Yeah. You. So you aren't here by choice. You didn't travel here intentionally. This is where.
Oh yes, this is
you
where I
woke
am.
up.
Yes.
Huh. Well, not to avoid answering your question, but just like for the context of it.
Oh yeah, please.
How much of this world's history, relative to like the big crack that's there, were you here before all that?
Fantastic question. No, so I arrived well after that. Well, I say well after. It was after the... So, you know how I was... did I mention that I was cursed by a god to gather knowledge or be transformed into a monster? Did I mention that bit? Because that's what our gods did, you see. They didn't just, like, choose you and then you're chosen. No. They forced you. They blackmailed you with your very essence that if you disobeyed, and they didn't give orders, you know? They weren't direct at all. I got, like, a vision of, like, some fucking books. And, like, here you go. Hope you don't fuck it up, because then I've got to turn you into a monster.
I suppose if I read between the lines of what you were saying, that was there, but the explicit A to B of it wasn't laid out initially, no.
Right. Glad to clarify that. So, out of fear of transforming into a horrible, horrible monster, I continued gathering knowledge. And, this place, oh boy... They have had war. They've had war. But it was mostly fine when I arrived. The aftermath, really... Except, you know, the aftermath of that war was that they had their own monsters. I'll get to that. So, when I came here and wandered around, I realized I wasn't the only one to have come here that way. There were quite a few of us Not any others, like, from my place that I recognized or that seemed to know what I was talking about, but other people not from Sunken Valley. And, like, there was this, like, really bad situation that were turning them into the monsters that were also the problem that sort of was here. And I was like, oh, here we go. They have, the gods are here too. Oh, boy. No. Get this, Cooper. Godless transformations. It's something else entirely. So I saw the opportunity. I was like, okay, well, I mean, I'm gonna turn into a monster probably either way, because I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So why not go the way that isn't made by a god, you know? Feel me? All right. So, well, I talked to the animals people, and, well, the ones that survived sort of after all the, monster attacks and all that. It was pretty bad. I walked into that mist, where the monsters were coming from, apparently. But instead of just becoming like a monster, because, you know, I was, like, ready to be done with it, you know? My god brand was just like... Oh, right, so when the gods curse you, you get, like, branded like you would, like, with cattle, just to, like, really hammer in the point that you're their tool and nothing else. Anyway, it hurts like hell. That just kinda got healed. As if it never happened. Isn't that something?
Huh. It just... And that brand was... I'm...
Oh,
again,
yes.
maybe reading between the lines, like that wasn't just like a brand. Like that was like the focus of.
Yeah, yes, right. So the brand that the gods put on the people they chose or cursed or however you want to look at it, that's sort of how they kept in touch with you and made sure that you either turned into a monster or completed your task. Most people turn into monsters. I've never heard of anybody completing a task. I don't know what that looks like, but yeah, that was just gone. And so
Crazy.
I thought, you know, maybe the god is going to come down and be like, ooh, smite for you, but no. And then I thought I heard a voice. And I thought, oh, okay, here's the god. Now comes the next problem. But it was the voice of the world itself. And it didn't charge me with any grand task or quest or cursed travel. No, it just went, hey, you're the first person to ever go through the mist and be okay. If you want, you can help heal this world. And as an added bonus, I found out the monsters stopped bothering me. Quite nice. I owe nothing. Of course I do in sort of the, you know, emotional sense, but not in an actual transactional sense. See? So that's my story. Sorry, that must have been boring. You wanted to know about the history of this world, yes?
Yeah. The voice of the world, huh? Okay. That's not me disbelieving you at all, by the way. Like that.
No,
more
please,
just
I must
the
sound
directness.
insane. I'm so sorry. It's...
No, from where I have been for a while the notion that worlds are things what contain thoughts and feelings is not unknown, but to have a direct communication like that, I've not heard of it, but it's certainly not beyond reason.
That's very validating to hear. Thank you. Oh my. I thought I was going crazy, quite honestly. But good to hear that it's possible, at least. Thank you.
Yeah. So you asked how I came to be here.
Yes, please.
I was on a ship that got pulled in just recently, within the last, certainly within a week. I've lost track of the days. And crashed on the surface. I don't know. I lost control of the ship.
Oh.
I don't. It's. I don't think we should have been able. The ship should have been able to.
Yes. Yes, I've heard of
here
this.
At all.
Mm-hmm. But wait, you weren't. It shouldn't have been able to land here?
For a number of reasons. This is an off. This is like a restricted world.
Oh.
With I guess with all the history of it that I've been learning as I've been here, I can kind of see why. So it's meant to be quarantined, and when the ship got pulled in, it seemed like there was some kind of barrier or otherwise that was there, and then it wasn't. But I don't think it was like the same kind of world barrier that's usually there. There was something different. I don't know.
My goodness, you've seen the shield? That's visible from outside?
On close enough proximity. Yeah. But then it kind of didn't seem like it was there.
I've been trying to figure out what that's been about since I saw the shimmer in the sky. I found some stuff that kind of pointed me towards the fact that maybe it's visible. I know just about as much as you do about it. Unfortunately, it's like, I think it's a shield. Maybe kind of meant to sort of protect the planet either from stuff coming in. Apparently not, so maybe stuff coming out. Or maybe it's deteriorated. Fascinating.
So that now I'm kind of stuck here, and I'm just trying to figure out kind of what all is going on. You said the voice of this world told you that you could help the world?
Indeed. Oh, you see, they sort of, their solid form begins turning into a mist again around the corners, as if they're, watercolor bleeding out into paper. And they say, oh, dang it. I can't hold this form for that long. Look. You're so right. Us from the other worlds were called here to save this one. I'm sure of it. Come see me in the basement. I'll be waiting there. The basement. All right?
Sure.
All right. And then the shape just kind of gives up trying to be a shape, and the mist goes back down through the floorboards. And then you hear the sound of 2 pairs of feet hitting the floor upstairs. And we're gonna take our first little ad break.
What the fuck is happening?
Splasha, what the hell? Fabulous, silly Crystallis.
Hey, hi, chat.
Oh, we're so normal.
Yeah. So anyway, Will dissipates through the floorboards, and you hear a pair of, well, 2 pairs of feet landing upstairs. And, well, let's go upstairs for a minute as Xweets and Rowan kinda appear out of a book and land on their butts. Well, their feet, I suppose. I did say feet. Sort of boom. You're back in the library. In front of the
hell?
book.
Are we back? Man, that book does not give any warning for going in and out, huh?
Splasha, Rowan's not a cat anymore, is he?
No. No, you're both back to normal.
You can still boop
Oh.
them.
I told you not to open it, I think.
No, you were just as curious.
Although
I wasn't. It's.
I saw
Fine.
that look.
Has the cover been
thinking
altered?
about
Sorry.
his weapon altered.
Has the book cover been altered?
Well,
Is there now a
maybe.
picture of you guys all holding hands?
Maybe.
Oh my god, the thought of it's a picture of Xweets and Rowan both holding hands with Riolu.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
It absolutely
Um,
is.
I think
2
Paranoid
quadrupeds in
Xweets
there.
is for...
Mhm.
Yeah. I think Xweets' first thing is going to be to go to the window and see what relative time it is.
I mean, it's morning. It doesn't seem like that much time has passed.
Ro is gonna move up to the book again and, like, have a look at it.
Don't go back in!
I'm not going back in. I'm just having a... Whoa. Hey, look at this. And
You're not
he's
going
gonna
back in, are you?
He's gonna show Sweets the cover.
Yeah.
Look.
How in the hell?
It's because we went in and we changed the story. This book is special. I'm taking it with us. I'm putting this in my inventory.
Alright.
And he's gonna
A
pocket it
bow
in
in
one of his...
a self-contained world is a big responsibility.
You think I'm just gonna leave it here after we made friends in there? Not a chance. Looks like there's one more room up here, though. Do you want to have a look?
Yeah. Sorry, my pilot was writing.
He's gonna go forward to the other door in the room.
Yeah. Back to Cooper, you can now hear that they are walking upstairs. Probably Xweets and Rowan.
Yeah. Mog was... Did this happen? Is that... Am I okay?
Oh, baby boy. Am I gonna die?
Mog, you saw him too, right?
Kupo.
Okay. I know we said we were gonna split up. This seems like a case where maybe we should regroup. And I am going to just fast walk out the door to the stairs, up the stairs, and go where I heard their footsteps last.
Yeah, so just as you're about to open the door into the next room, you hear somebody come up the stairs. Kind of quick, like.
We're just gonna turn Keyblade out.
And there's Cooper.
Coop! Hey,
Oh,
what did, anything?
you all right?
Yeah.
You look like
what's up?
you look like you've seen a fucking a Casper.
A Casper? You mean a ghost?
You know, you knew what I meant.
Well, so there was a guy here who was made of the mist. It rose out of the floor and became a guy, and we had a conversation, and now he wants to meet in the basement. His form was getting all see-through again.
Oh my god, are you alright? And he's gonna come right over and just, like, look Cooper over and be like, he didn't touch you anywhere, did he? Like, you're not gonna, like, transform or anything? Are you okay?
Yeah, we're not going to that basement without knowing what's down there first. That sounds fishy. You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. We really did just talk. He stayed kind of on the other side of the room. I think he's a real person, in that, like, I don't think it wasn't a hallucination. Mog saw it too. I don't know what I'm saying. He said his name was Will, and that this is his library, that he had kind of compiled and put together, and that he was originally not from this world and ended up here. He said he knew a lot about the history of this world, and so he told me a bit about himself and hold on, I gotta, is there a chair I gotta sit down?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While Cooper's been talking, like, Xweets is clearly listening, but she has done the sort of thing where she's sort of moved past Cooper and is sort of also, like, looking out the door he came in just to, like, see if he's been followed, but, like, you know, in the sort of, I'm doing a thing, but you have most of my attention kind of way.
Yeah.
Ro is gonna pull out a potion and a grandma candy and just hand them to Coop.
Grandma candy.
Yeah, you gotta have them.
Yeah.
The
Grandma
day that he
Rowan.
learned that you can just buy those was a magic day for him.
Hey, what the hell? What? You been holding out on me?
Is it strawberry?
Yeah, your favorite.
Yeah, thank you.
Ugh.
Can I have one?
Yeah, what flavor? I got strawberry, I got mint, I got vanilla, I got
No,
chocolate.
just the strawberry's fine.
Okay. And he'll hand Sweets one.
She does just bite it immediately.
There's a wrapper on.
Well, she unwraps it.
Rapper. Do y'all eat your McDonald's burger with or without the peel?
With or without the skin. Yeah.
Wait, you can peel it? Okay. That's. I'm glad you're okay. That's suspicious as fuck.
No, I agree. I don't want to say I trust him because I absolutely don't.
Mm-hmm.
But it was enough, like, weird, random, rambling detail that if it's not true, he thinks it is.
We're just gonna look to Sweets and then go, you ever heard of a mist monster like this before?
No. And just so that I'm clear, this guy rose up out of the floor, immediately found hyper-personal common ground with you, had a profound bonding moment, and then said, "Oh, gotta go. Meet me in that room that your compatriots just locked." Just making sure I got all those in chronological order.
You locked the basement?
Yeah, we locked the basement. I don't know what's down there.
Sweets locked the basement with their keyblade.
Oh, that's probably smart. We were only on. Yeah, don't leave an extra exit.
Right, I don't want nobody surprising us.
So when you lay it out like that, it sounds even worse than I feel about it.
I feel like Sweets was looking me, Splasha, straight in the eyes. Just like, fucking see your plot.
But what you're telling me is that...
Alright, so the one of the first things he said to me, which is extra insane, I can feel your pain.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Or, sorry,
Whoever that is.
World-relevant deity.
Chuck E. Cheese's.
Why do I feel like I know who Arceus is? What the fuck? I don't know.
Does the mist... What do we know of the mist? It came from the core of this planet.
It changes people.
Changes people. Is it the heart? Or does it come from the heart of the world?
Hey, Splasha.
Yeah.
With Sweets' past connections and the things that she learned from people, I will just fully defer to you here. What would Sweets know based on her time and experience in the world and the people she kept company with?
She would know that it is. I mean, I guess the real question is how much does she remember? But like, No,
Because she would have. I mean, if this is something that she learned after becoming Sweets, then she would still have all of those memories.
Right. Yeah.
In retellings, we know it has the place of origin is similar, but it's unclear how or why.
And like it came about after Crack and Mist and got worse.
Yeah.
As far as Sweets has been told, and possibly have seen. It is the mist comes from the heart.
Look, whatever it is, it's clearly coming from like the heart of the world. I don't know if it's blood. I don't know if it's like a disease.
That's really not good.
Okay, that doesn't. So what he was saying was he was saying he was cursed and that he was done for, and then he discovered that you get turned into monsters in this world too, and he figured might as well be a monster on my own terms rather than from his curse. So he walked into the mist.
Whoa!
Just straight in. And this is the part that is maybe good, but maybe very bad. He heard a voice talking to him that he said was the heart of the world, and that as an off-worlder, he was brought here to help.
What? Wait, he was one of the off-worlders?
Yeah, so his original world fell to darkness, and then he ended up here, kind of like how I ended up in Treno, but
It's gonna, like, when hearing that particular thing, like, has Cooper ever told Ro about, like, I ended up in Treno one day? Or has he only ever said, like, oh yeah, I came from Treno?
that's a fantastic question. Would
Right.
Ro have had any reason to have specifically targetedly ask what was before Treno?
I mean, he would have probably asked just simply, like, so where do you come from at one point?
Well, and how long have they known each other? Obviously I'm weighing into a thing that I'm not a part of, but, like, they're pretty close. Like, you talk about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, like,
I'd say
Yeah.
over
since they were,
5,
like,
less than 10.
yeah, since
I mean,
they
shit,
were
I know
16 and they're 21
when I was
now.
Yeah, and so, like, I know even when I was working fucking driving a truck and delivering appliances, like, when you spend enough time with someone, even if you're not that close, like, you just kind of tell stories, and sometimes they get pretty personal. So, like, it wouldn't seem strange to me that Rowan would know, but I'm not either of their handlers, so.
Handlers?
He's probably not spoken of it frequently, but partly just because he doesn't know. That might be the first time you ever heard specifically the notion that I was not in Treno and then I was.
I think he's gonna, like, then give him a look and then just kind of softly squeeze his hand. Like, just a bit of silent communication of, oh, baby boy. I didn't know that. Like, oh no, but I see you.
Xweets is currently thinking about Clover. If this is someone who allegedly walked into the mist and is here talking about it.
And especially because Clover was like, if me or Xweets goes near the mist, we're done for. It's worse than death.
And then there was this whole thing about this curse and having like a magic tattoo or something. I don't. But when he went into the mist, it was gone. The
mist cured him of a curse?
I mean, I don't know how this curse is affixed, but if it's tied to the body rather than like the heart, could he have just a new body?
He's gonna pop a little grandma candy in his own mouth now and just sort of sit and think and try and figure this out. Like, what does it mean?
I don't.
Regardless of where Xweets is in space, her arm does stretch over, and she does kind of hold out her hand for another one.
Is she like still at the staircase keeping watch? Just
Yeah.
in the doorway.
yeah.
He gives her one more, and then it's just like, wait, no, I don't have many of these, you know.
Too late.
I don't. Yeah, alright, laying this all out, it does smell of an obvious trap.
Mm-hmm.
And if the mist has any kind of sentience and or evil, I can't think of a better above board. I'm stuck on the word. I'm stuck on Maleficent's name and trying to not say that.
Malevolent?
Malevolence.
Yes.
There we go. Thank you for the correct word.
Malevolent these no.
Yeah.
Get
Wait,
out.
is Maleficent just a portmanteau of malevolent and magnificent?
Yeah.
At the very least, malevolent.
That rules even more than I realized.
Yep.
Pretty good, yeah.
Well,
I just think she's neat.
I'm glad you came upstairs to tell us about this.
Yeah, seriously, that's definitely regroup territory.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad
no
you...
immediate thoughts, like, as to the details, but, like, if we do go check this out, I don't know. If we're worried about a trap, should we have some sort of contingency of our own? Do we not all go in at once, so there's an extra party that this person isn't aware of, just in case something is weird, so we still have some sort of an advantage we could pull? What do we think?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah.
And hey, maybe if we need a quick getaway, we can just jump back into the book.
What?
Oh! Me and Xweets found a really cool book.
There's a world in there.
We got turned into animals.
But I don't think that's a good idea. I like where you, I sort of like where your head's at. But like, if we're all in the book and there's some sort of outside force, what's to stop them from like ripping pages out and shit? We don't know. That might kill us.
Oh, that's really grim to think about.
It's
Would
a necessary.
There's a
Look,
world.
if the book is a world, I don't see how it's made of anything other than the shit that it's written from, right?
He gets the shivers at that notion.
You went into a book.
Yeah, I'll show you later. I think it's a
He
magic
turned into
item.
a cat.
Tiger.
Tigers are cats, bud.
It was a tiger. A fire tiger.
At the risk of being too nested of it, the book that you and I read, he doesn't turn into a bear. Anyways,
Oh my god, you're right. There is a book.
Bear.
Oh gosh.
What
Yeah,
are you
that's a
talking
book that's our favorite book back home. That's oh man.
it's a story book about a...
Wait, oh my god, you two twinks are at home reading about bears? That's adorable. I'm sorry.
No,
never mind.
there's a rabbit and a kangaroo too.
Twig!
No, twink.
Twink!
Yes. the typical counterpart. I'm not going to explain gay to you.
What a twink!
That would be
Huge!
okay. All right, Mr. Twunk. All right, I'll meet you halfway.
Adjust my eye line down. Both of us are taller than you.
He blushes and looks away like...
It's weird. I don't know. I think this is probably a compliment. Your energy's taller than you are, so it always just takes me by surprise, you know?
What does that mean?
You're a little guy? I mean...
I'm not that little,
I mean...
Xweets, what were you if Rowan was a little kitty?
That is more difficult than one would imagine. We weren't just standard like. You know what a dream eater is? No, I gotta stop. It's they were weird. They were weird animals. They were like animals with powers.
Dream. Interesting. Okay.
And I mean, like, if that's a word you know, you may know more about it than I do. It's a term that I've heard, and I saw the things with the red eyes and went, huh. I couldn't tell you more than that, though. Anyway, yeah. I don't think book what is world you go into is any stranger more or less than Mistman, so like
No, yeah, you're right.
this place is pretty consistently odd so far.
Cooper, have you been taking Benadryl again?
No. Not
Cooper,
intentionally.
why is there a man in a hat sort of radiating over you?
And he's made out of smoke.
Oh,
And
no.
he shifts with the shadows.
Oh.
Alright, yeah. So, circling back, if he's made of mist, and the mist is made of people, and the mist is also maybe the heart of the world or something, or a response from the heart of the world, that maybe his story's real, but also maybe it is very bad, and actually the mist isn't just mist that turns you into other things, but also it might have its own sentience.
The mist is... Hang on, can I suggest something that's insane, and we can kind of meet in the middle and find something that sounds more plausible? I just want to air this, and we can sort of, go from there. So, man's made of the mist. Mist comes from the heart. People go to the heart. Now, I'm going to say this knowing full well this isn't the case. I'm just so we could just... What are the odds that the story was true? Because it is one of many stories. Because this person... What did you say their name was?
They said their name was Will.
Oh, God. Anyway, that's probably not a pun. Anyway, can we say that your mist friend wasn't some sort of, I don't know, fucking hive mind?
Hive mind?
Can't say
like
no.
lots of people. And was able to just, I don't know, fucking call from the most relevant to the end it wants to meet memories to serve a purpose. I don't know. I'm sort of...
Oh, hey, crazy detail I forgot.
Yeah, what's
he
up?
did say that he hasn't had guests in a while, and that the last one was like a year ago.
Excuse me?
A year?
So no one's even come out here in a year? If we're to take him at his word.
If we're to take him at his word.
Did he say
But
he
didn't-
had visited?
I didn't ask. But didn't Flappy say that this place kind of was abandoned like 10 years ago? Am I making that up?
She certainly said it was a while ago.
Splasha, I
Yes,
will
let me
confer to you as
double-check.
the DM. What would
More than a year.
What would we remember Splashy said? Splashy?
Splashy!
Flappy.
Splashy and Flap.
It's Mayor Flappy's cousin who's just always taking baths.
Yeah. I mean, she is a duck, so...
Rubber duck.
Yeah!
Flashy's a rubber duck.
Thank you! That's a character now.
Like one of them pool toy
Yeah.
characters. Yeah.
But Flappy did say the place was, like, overrun, right?
Yes. I mean... Wait, hang on. Is this the right note? No.
I can see your mouse going, but there's no window in front of it.
Don't worry about it.
Clicking on over there.
What are you doing? Because then that was that. No, so it should be in here. I honestly don't remember what I told you, but my notes say that it was like about a year ago, probably a bit more, when the monsters came and overran the library.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Oh.
so that's
Now, is that
consistent.
realistic to the decay? I don't know. I'm not a decayist, but
Well, that's fine.
just stay with me on this one. So yes, about a year ago.
Vines can cover a lot of distance in a year if they're
Mm-hmm.
wanting to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, so a year ago was when Flappy said this place was abandoned and overrun and fell.
So do we think it was maybe...
An overrun with what?
And
I haven't had visitors in a year. It makes it sound like there's nothing here. But if something's overrun, what did they just take the place over and leave?
Well,
People would have come back.
he said visitors. So...
And Flappy said the monsters overran it? Was my...
Mm-hmm.
I-
That is what she said, yeah.
Yeah, and they were made of the mist. Well, they
Oh.
were...
Is
They
that
were
what
From
is
the
that?
mist, yeah.
Oh god.
They're rubber hosed.
No, rubber hoseman.
They were tunified.
Right.
But I mean the whole thing is wordplay and also probably a trap. If you're the person that does the overrunning of a place, I don't know that you would say that you had visitors to a place. What, you were the one that took it over? I'm
That doesn't
just
make
talking.
any sense.
Yeah, visitors makes it sound like he fucking lives here.
Well, so that
And you wouldn't call Red and the Resistance visitors. They would have mentioned
No,
something like
and-
this.
So he said because he went into the mist, the monsters don't bother him. I assume because he's kind of made of the same stuff.
Wait. So, was he able to talk to them?
Maybe? I didn't have a chance to ask about that.
Oh, this guy seems like he knows something, but it feels like a trap.
This guy obviously knows something. Alright, another crazy one. Hear me out. What if the mist has somehow taken the building and Will is like the sum total of all the fucking knowledge in the books or something? No, that's dumb. That's dumb. Sorry, go ahead. A lot of strange shit has happened here, so I'm kind of shooting for strange for the answers to these things.
No, that... I don't know that it's right, but I certainly can't tell you it's wrong.
Yeah, I also don't want to pollute the space with too many dumb ideas. All right, hang on. Oh,
We didn't get a chance to check this room over here yet.
Did you find the history room? He said one of these rooms up here was history.
Oh. That's gotta be
One,
that one.
Yeah.
What's up, Splasher?
maybe.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, I mean, wouldn't that have been killer? That isn't the case. However, you do, as you're like thinking about that, notice that one of the shelves that sort of toppled over is like covering a sign that says Shri. So, it's probably one of them.
It's not this room. This room looks like it's the Sri Lankan hit.
God damn it.
And I almost said history. Sri Lankan history, but...
Dang! So close.
This is just the story room.
Hang on. Xweets is gonna push the bookcase back.
Which, like, with relative ease, given your dark powers, you lift it up and...
I like moving bookcases. It's become a thing. I didn't expect it to, but this was the third one.
Old bookcase suites.
You may be asking, does the library inflate the total? Time will tell.
You lift this rotted, toppled over bookshelf off the other one and
It fucking stinks.
can see that this is indeed a shelf with history books. A lot of them are damaged, but they've been somewhat sheltered by the other bookcase that has been, like, over it.
All right.
The bookcase titled Umbrellas, etc.
Yes! Mm-hmm.
I thought this was going to be about umbrellas. Why is it all about zombies?
T-virus? What's that?
This belongs in the natural sciences department.
T-virus? Oh, that's that one time that being a trans man somehow became contagious. Right? We media didn't know what to do with it. It actually happened, and they were... Anyway.
May I do a little deep dive?
Oh, please.
Thank you. I would like to use an advantage.
Yes.
Why would you want to do that?
I don't know. I just
What are
got a
those
feeling.
for?
Oh, look at that. That's a
Yo,
really
mama.
good number.
Sure
Deep
is.
dive dupe.
Deep dive dupe.
Little dupe dive.
Dupe dive. So just because we were reminded of this yesterday, if you do have a locked hard link that you've spent, you can unspend it. You can make it active again.
Huzzah.
Yeah.
Which I'm actually all good on those.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's on a 10 plus?
Yes, a 10 plus with the relevant stat.
Yeah. I don't think I've actually spent any links yet.
Oops.
What here could I use too? I think all three of them are going to be what here could I use too.
Mm-hmm.
One of them's going to be what here could I use to explain the history of Sunken Valley.
You're never gonna believe this. Do you want the answers to that, or do you want to ask the questions first?
I could ask the questions as well.
That's
And
up
then-
to you.
Yeah, I'll ask all three. So explain the history of Sunken Valley. What here could I use to, verify Will's stories?
Interesting.
Ooh.
And what here could I use to explain tunification?
Very good. So let's start with the history of Sunken Valley. There are books covering... I suppose when you're talking history, ancient is a pretty potent word, so not ancient, but like older history, like centuries ago, sort of history, and then recent history. So sort of what happened before it all went to shit, and then it's all going to shit. What went down then. Included in that, there are several maps in some of the history books that cover different, like in the recent history books, that cover different periods, that like show sort of territory and how the rift got bigger over time. Yeah, I mean, we can get into the specifics later, but that's like the overview.
I'll be honest, can I just pocket these?
You got an inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Hey, Sora was able to do it in the first game.
Yeah.
He put big-ass books right in his inventory.
Yeah, no, you're so right. Absolutely, for sure.
And, like,
Yes.
we can fully read these later and also show Red if that's gonna help the animal village.
Yeah, absolutely.
This looks useful, and this looks useful.
Hmm.
Xweets
Yeah.
looks at Cooper like, this kid good at libraries?
Hang on, let me just see if it makes sense to give you some book titles to like sort it in later. Not really. But you've got old history, recent history, and some maps in the recent history books.
Historic gourmand? Ooh, that one's for me.
All right. The next question was... What was...
Here could verify Will's information.
Some of the recent history might correlate with some of the stuff they told you, or they told Cooper. But a lot of the specifics that could have verified this stuff are either destroyed by weather and unrecoverable, or intentionally destroyed or removed from the books. There are pages ripped out of some of the books.
Ro is fully gonna show the other two that we weren't the only ones here. Someone doesn't want us knowing stuff.
They fucking censored a library?
Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Like all...
I mean, I guess we take them anyway. Like, I don't know how much we can read between the lines, but if anything looks even close to relevant, like, grab it. You got inventory.
Yeah.
And if you don't, I got inventory. You've seen the size of these pockets.
And she called them stupid.
No,
Yeah.
it was the belts. The belts, I think, are stupid. And I'll tell you why. You know what you with your big ass inventory? You know what you could store in there? Rope.
Get him!
I think having them on the pants is just a justification
You
to
know,
armor
Yeah.
yourself in, so you can continue to delude yourself that they're I'm sorry, this is not the time.
fact Fashion is in the eye of the beholder, and I could comment about all the zips that you've got on your outfit, but I don't.
Look, I woke up wearing this, so I don't know what your problem is.
Excuses, looking through more books.
Sweet silently notices Rowan didn't have anything to say to that. This is literally my birthday suit, Bowen.
Didn't have to stay in it.
The like all the books where like pages are straight up torn from are the recent history books as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Sweets is silently, for her own reasons, very frustrated to hear that. You know what? I'm gonna do a parallel deep dive because I don't know. It's a big library. I feel like we could all be looking around.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I wanna get Dupe's last question first before I forget.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. This is just me laying the groundwork that it's happening concurrently.
Hell yes.
Is there any information about tunification? Like anybody's notes or like scribblings or a random book about the effects of the mist?
Some of it is mentioned in the recent history books. Most of it you would find in the biology and medicine books downstairs.
And he's just like, at the very, like, at even seeing some information, he's just like, whoa, look here. There's information about this in the index.
Yeah! Yeah, he's found an index. Yes, absolutely. Is this boy good at libraries? I think we're learning that, yes.
This boy was very, very bored in Heaven's Echo and had a lot of free time.
I was going to say, Sweets the character doesn't, but Kat the player knows that Rowan spent quite a lot of time in the Hecko library.
He likes stories.
Yeah.
Only knocked over that one shelf that one time.
One time.
Bug! Or box!
That was a good memory. Cooper looked really,
You're dating now, it's okay. Alright, Sweets with the 10. And, oh, wait, I don't think I ever, removed Rowan's advantage with that one. Did I? I don't know. And
You did not, because I had 2, and now I have 1.
yeah. Alright.
Buff nerd.
So, Kat, you've got all 3 questions to ask.
Excellent. I will almost certainly also be following Dupe's format. And, oh god, with this format, Sweets has more than 3, so I'm going to take a second, if that's alright, and sort of cull them down to which 3 to ask now.
Sure.
Alright. First one. What can she use here to gain information on the uncaring?
Ooh.
2. Okay, go on. Mama's asking an important question. About the uncaring. about potential weakness of the machines.
Mm.
And number 3, about the event that created her.
Whoa, yeah! All right. So, first question. What can she use to gain information about the uncaring? Hang on, let me double check something. Where is it?
And flavor-wise, while you're finding that, I think Xweets would have started by looking like through just books manually, but then the moment Rowan mentions he found an index, would be just searching that instead.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, that information, like, about the uncaring, like general information in general, I should say, should be here, but it has been taken elsewhere in the library.
Fuck.
So it's in the building, but it's not here. It's like it's been removed. It should be here.
Underlining must be found. Side quest, :
Yeah. And then it was weakness, like to find a weakness of the machines.
Yeah.
Like in weakness in general for them as a people, or are you thinking more
Like-
specific?
Like I guess in what whoever the major operatives are that are, leading the terraforming and destruction efforts. So like when I refer to the machines, I guess it's less so the machines as a whole and more whatever faction of the machines we're going to find out that we're fighting against.
Mm-hmm.
And like I would imagine she'd probably have to search through a lot of general information about them, but like that's her orienting point first and foremost.
That stuff is available to you in some of the books that cover sort of the, like, again, as part of the wide umbrella of recent history, and perhaps even some of the older history, that stuff can definitely be found. Like you've got that. Or if you don't have it literally in your hands, you find like books that mention, like the CEOs, and books about the conflicts and the like small fights that have happened and big battles that have happened. And yeah, you could absolutely put together
Cool.
an image of this, of who you're up against.
Excellent. I think as she's pocketing books, she probably does say out loud, both like to Rowan and to herself, like, we should probably make a point to bring these back when we're done. These seem important. But I'm not staying here to read.
Oh, absolutely.
And then what was the last question?
Look to gain information about the event that created her.
If there is any information on that here, which actually let me double check.
The un-Karen, they tried to get you to speak to the manager.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Yeah, if that knowledge is anywhere here, it would probably either be with or only be known by the mysterious mist creature, Will.
Bitch. Well, where there's a will, there's a way. That doesn't make sense.
Hey!
Shit. Damn it. No. Don't A at that. It was bad. That's...
That was decent.
While the both of them have been looking at books.
Like a couple of nerds, am I right, up top, Cooper?
Yeah!
Hey, shut up. Shut up. You don't know me. Shut up!
I'm not a nerd!
While they've been doing that, Cooper has just kind of been sitting and thinking, and I'm tempted to do a deep dive of it, but I don't really know. It would be going off script of what deep dive does a bit.
Nah. Go for it. If you think it works, it works.
He wants to know what that place he saw was that didn't have any stars.
Ooh.
The place that Will saw?
Cooper
Or-
would have also seen it, though, and he just doesn't remember. Or would have seen something similar.
I mean, that sounds like a deep dive to me.
That is a dive quite deep, yes.
Yeah.
We're not wading in for that information.
Hey, ho! It's a 10. Was that... Did you not roll with advantage? You
No, why would I do that?
maniac!
Maybe
Well,
I
Splasha,
wanted it
he didn't say it out loud, and thus...
Maybe I wanted it to fail, too. Who knows?
Oh.
Oh my god,
It's
no,
Maybelline.
the on failure, the DM tells you something you wish wasn't true is actually how to answer the question.
Yeah.
God. Anyway, sorry.
So I think kind of just like mentally to Mog. Because asking anyone else won't make sense. But kind of asking himself, and maybe if Mog wants to answer any of it. What was that place? Why do I even know that place? And what else do I not remember?
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Mog, what else don't I remember? It's like, where are you going? What? You want a cigarette? What? You want a pack? All right.
Oh. Cooper.
Everything all right? Everything okay? Oh, bud, you got a dread on you.
And the last one especially, not really actually expecting an answer on.
I mean, I almost feel like, I mean,
Do you
It
want me
feels
to
like
answer for
you
Mog
should
for
answer
any
it.
of them?
Yes. I like unless you like if you have something that could be an answer to that, this is your time to make it a truth, so to speak. And if you don't have an idea, I do, I suppose. But yes.
Ooh.
We're barely over 2 hours in, and I'm moving on to page 4 in my notes.
Whoa!
Get ready.
Here we go.
So I think
Actually, there is an ad break in 5 minutes. Should we take it now before we get into it?
I could afford to grab my din-dins as well.
probably.
Yeah. Hello, chat room.
Hi, Chet.
Hope you had a good break. Do you have a snack? Or a nice little drink?
I got a snack and a drink.
Wow!
Do you have tissues?
Uh-oh.
Because this boy has issues. Yeah!
Oh! Did that cut me off completely?
It was like half.
We got like
We
a
got-
dual.
Oh!
Yeah! So you got to tone it down for Discord. Apparently.
Discord, eat a dick.
But yeah. Would Cooper/Fen like to answer these questions?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Mog is going to kind of. I forget that he can fly. I was gonna say he's gonna like waddle up and climb into Cooper's lap, and maybe he still does that. But
Yeah.
he can fly. And I think what he's going to do is have Cooper close his eyes, and the two of them are briefly going to fall asleep for a second.
What?
What? So not quite a full, like, station of awakening, but, you know, kind of in a... Go into, like, a little bit of a magical void where we can do a little explaining about it.
Truly, truly deep diving.
Yeah. I'm so upset that I can't reference the Final Fantasy XIV PowerPoints. Because that's what we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
So for the first question, what was that dark, starless place? Kind of in Cooper's mind's eye, in his just vision, he's going to see just like a small, not quite a toddler, but not quite a kid. Just like a real little guy, just kind of floating in absolute darkness. Nothing around that you can see. But this little guy with pink hair. And then more of the scene around starts to become visible. And it's just rocky crags, colorless, dark, broken, a little bit like non-Euclidean, like pieces of things that shouldn't be where they are. And for anyone that would know what this is, it's very much the realm of darkness.
Oh.
Oh.
But like, you know, maybe not like
Oh.
fully down in there, who knows?
Who knows?
Who can say? It's not like anyone's ever been there. And I think kind of for as the why, there's bits and pieces of like maybe there's a really big tree kind of in the near background, but all of its leaves are gone. Probably some broken buildings nearby. Not on fire, but definitely recently burned.
Ooh.
And I don't know if Cooper quite understands, but I mean, certainly doesn't remember, but I think is starting to get what this is, what this all means. But then there's a bright light that kind of starts to shine out from the little Cooper, and it gets brighter and brighter until point of view adult Cooper has to kind of like turn away and close his eyes because it's just so bright.
No.
And then he's kind of like slumped up sitting next to a against a wall near like a patio furniture with like an umbrella or something, and there's a fountain nearby just kind of slowly trickling, and above them is a dark night sky but full of stars. And for some reason there's some whack-ass honky-tonk piano music playing. And he's in Treno now. Still kind of asleep. Not fully conscious, but kind of sitting next to him and holding his hand is a Mog. Not quite looking exactly the same as he does now, but certainly recognizable. And he's got on a little yellow cape with a blue lining and a little pink bag.
Yeah.
This classic cape and little bag.
His classic cape and little bag. And then Mog's gonna wake point of view adult Cooper up, and we're back in the library.
Splasha, would Xweets or Rowan have seen this happening?
Y'all were nose deep in books.
Yeah.
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 That's fair. I guess I trust Cooper to pick his moment.
He is crying. You might see that.
Oh. Yeah.
Wait, is it not black when everyone cries?
What
The
are you
hell?
talking about?
I'm kidding. I didn't really say that's not canon. Rewind it.
Oh, he's gonna wipe his eyes off on his sleeve. Sorry, what were we doing? You guys found some books?
Yeah, turns out they do have him here.
Why would they not? Oh, you're making fun of me.
Hey.
Oh. Coop.
What? It was light ribbing at worst.
No, it was
Kid, you all right?
yeah. You know, I'm fine. Sorry, I just whatever the just thinking about everything Will had said.
Okay. Says Sweet, sort of squinting at him like, I don't believe you, but I'm not going to press it.
To Sweet's only, Mog winks and puts like a finger in front of his mouth.
Seeing that, she does flash a silent little okay symbol.
Let's see, recent history, stuff about the machines, check. Stuff about the... Oh, yeah, crack. Yep. That one's useful.
So I was in the room about natural sciences and medicine. I didn't get a chance to really look at anything. That's where that it was the only room I was in, and that's where I was talking to Will. So if you wanted to go down there, we can, but I don't know that any of us should go there alone.
Yeah, definitely not alone.
Yeah, the index said that was where... And he's gonna, like, get up and turn and, like, see Cooper now and just be like... He has a knowing look.
Oh.
His eyes are shiny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And
Well,
he's
hang
going
on. Don't go running off. I got shit I gotta find still.
Yeah. Yeah, you, We can stay up here for a sec.
What?
Well, we're not gonna run off. If you need to get stuff, get stuff.
We literally just said no one should go alone.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we'll stick together.
Look, you
Yeah.
can smooch him later. This is not the time. Like, there will be other times when I'm out of the room. Are you serious right now, Bowen?
He sort of, like, grumpily, like, gives a little huff and, like, without thinking about it, just raises his arm up and his wrist extends and shoves her. Just, like, out of the way.
No,
It
you
was just
don't.
an extra 6 inches, but
Mm-hmm.
Sweets is gonna blow into her thumb and inflate it one size class and shove him back.
Another fighting.
now, people, let's bring it off.
Hey, are you okay?
Does Cooper say that?
I don't think so now.
Okay, because I mean that would distract Sweets enough to pull her out of it. The fuck? What?
Can we just do this later?
So you did your shit, and now you're all going to move on, but someone else needs help, and you're like, fuck you. I got mine. Okay, Mr. Hero.
I'm not saying fuck you. I'm saying you can get yours. That's fine.
Well, maybe I need your fucking help, asshole.
Well, if you need my help, then maybe you should just ask for it.
I thought it was assumed.
We are gonna help you.
Thank
I was
you.
just saying that the other room is down there and we shouldn't go alone, but we're still up here.
Sweet doesn't say anything. She just sort of points to Cooper and looks at Rowan like, huh? Somebody reasonable. Is that so fucking hard?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Is that what you sounded like as a cat?
It is, yeah. I didn't say anything at the time, but sometimes his ends would kind of when I don't think he realized it. If the circumstances weren't so, it would have been funnier if the times did. Anyway, yeah, it did, yeah.
We got so many books to find!
All right. So here's my fucking problem, all right? I looked at the index.
Uh-huh.
And all the information that there should be here about the uncaring isn't fucking where it is.
Oh, about the uncaring? Huh.
Yeah, what? Like you thought I wasn't gonna grab shit while we were here?
No, that's a really good point.
Yeah. Because quite frankly, I know enough to know they're bad news, but I don't know as much as I would like to about them.
Does it say where it would be? Will said this was his library, and maybe he would know.
Well, it says here it should be in the place it says on the index. But I checked there, and it's not. Like, feel free to double check me. But I don't think it's where it's supposed to be.
Well, does this place have a book in?
What?
Like when you take a book out and then you bring it back and then there's just a stack of books that's like on a little trolley ready to be, returned to the shelves. Have you checked there?
The slot?
Yeah.
Why do I feel like I know the slot? Yes, probably. Yeah.
If I had to guess, that'd be downstairs near the reception.
Cool. And I'm not saying it has to be a full team effort. We don't know what we're dealing with here. Buddy system. Somebody's coming with me.
Yeah, we'll all go together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right then.
Well, okay. Off we go.
Mog's gonna lay on Rowan's head.
Oh!
Like, pumming down, hugging the top of your head, just
Yeah!
going with you.
Rowan's gonna,
That's
reach
adorable.
up and give his little paw a squeeze and then also squeeze Cooper's hand. And then
Oh.
give him a little scratch on the chin. Mog. Give Mog a little scratch on the chin.
I was gonna ask
Sweet.
which one, but figured it was fine either way.
Sweets contemplates giving the heartless a little scratch on the chin, but then decides it might come off as condescending.
Yeah, you head back down these rickety old stairs.
The bag is just... I mean, if it beat up the stairs at Flappy's, I mean, these things
Yeah.
are just fucked, right? These things got
Yeah.
like 2 HP left.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you wanna lift that one? Ro just sort of grumpily picks up the bottom of the bag with his stretchy arm.
And I'm gonna peer and take a look at whatever it was y'all did to the basement door. I know you said you locked it. Was there a book? Did you put the bookcase in front of it, or did you remove the bookcase from what?
There's still a bookcase.
Wait.
There's still also a
we-
bookcase.
we wedged the bookcase in so that it's like more of a bar between the door and the wall facing it than it is like holding the door with its weight. So the door opens, the push of the bookcase can't move, fucking wall's back there because it's long ways. Xweets is all about doing things long ways.
Long cigarette, long pepper, long bookcase.
Yeah.
Long pepper. All right.
So yeah, as you walk down the stairs, you can like see, the stair leading down to the basement, which is, with a bookcase sort of wedged between the wall and the door, down there.
Huh. Oh, no one's getting out of there.
Nope. I mean, it's gotta be airtight. If he made a miss and he can't come through, like there's gotta be a little gap under the top of the. It doesn't matter.
Have you guys noticed the beams?
The beams.
Oh, what? Looking all clean, like something's been fucking sleeping up there? Yeah. Part of why I locked the door in the first place before I knew its name was Will.
The
Oh, you
beams?
think that this is Will? Yeah, check it out. There's like a clean bit in the middle.
For just a moment, Rowan, you could swear you saw something slither away up there. Away from you guys and sorta into the hallway.
He drops the bag, summons his Keyblade, and like the hand that's holding Cooper, he sort of like maneuvers Cooper behind him, all in one motion.
What?
What's
What's
fuck?
going on?
What are you doing?
I saw something. Something's up there. It moved away.
Like a bird, or I assume not.
Something quick and slithery and weird.
Well, whatever it is, it better have my fucking book.
Mm. I'm keeping my eyes peeled.
Yeah, no, fuck this. All right, if this is gonna happen, we might as well be on our terms. Sweet summons or Keyblade. Come on. You lead the way. You saw where it went.
I mean, it just kind of went into the rafters and the shadows.
Into the shadows?
Yeah,
Like, it was so quick. It was just there and then it wasn't, but I swear there was something there.
Well, we should probably fucking find it.
Sorry, Splash, you were gonna say?
Oh. Yeah, no, I was just gonna clarify that, yeah, it's not well lit in here. Like, daylight is coming in through various windows and holes in the roof, but yeah, there's definitely some shadows up in the rafters.
Mm-hmm. I say we keep moving and see if it moves again.
I'd almost have Mog fly up and investigate, but I don't. That doesn't seem safe.
No.
Sweets points her Keyblade up at the rafters like a flashlight.
Hell yeah.
Not sure if anything will happen, but with the intent of flashlight.
Yeah. Why don't we cast some magic about it?
I think that's a great idea. Let me... Oh, no, hang on. Where'd it go? Oh. There it is.
Now, hang on just a minute.
That's the problem. I don't know.
Oh, you get one. Which, I mean,
The magic has no unintended consequences. It's just a flashlight.
Yeah, no, that's a good pick.
No damage, there's no spell, just...
Yeah.
Oh, I can see now.
Huh. Yeah, you light up the rafters and you catch the light reflecting off of something that moves again quite briefly or quite quickly, but you do get all you get is a flash of it's an organic shape. It's silvery and
Damn it.
there's some sort of like it's like there's like how to describe this in a brief flash. Now let's just leave it at that. Yeah, something organic and silvery that reflects the light, which then slithers further in.
Silvery in a colorless sort of way, or silvery in actually just the metallic way?
More so in the color of it rather than actually looking like metal. Yeah.
In the... under her breath, Xweets mutters, Looks like nobody might be home after all.
There it is.
And you catch just that it moves pretty fast, and it moves like as you've walked like further just a bit into the hall, it like makes a turn. Let's see. How would the rafters work there? Like, for a moment, you get just like a silvery blur of its entire body as it moves between the rafters from the hallway over the gap that sort of covers the intersection and over to the rafters that go over where the door is. In other words, it's moved to the door, to the outside.
Okay, I'm taking a moment to think, but I would imagine whatever happens, we're all reacting quickly. Whatever we choose to do.
Yeah.
But, oh, God. How big does it seem to be?
Human-sized.
Oh,
So
upsetting.
good. So good.
I'm fighting the urge to have Xweets just try to fucking stretch punch it.
Would Xweets fight that urge?
I don't know, I think we might strike to subdue.
Oh, hell yes. Oh, hell yes.
No.
Or
Oof.
not. Would you like to spend a link to re-roll that one?
Yes. Now that I actually understand how locked links work,
Yeah.
I'm going to use my link, hang on, let me get my sheet up. Where'd it go?
And Sweets is
I'm
also
going-
getting an advantage. Well.
I'm going to use my heart link with somebody.
Uh-huh.
Let me just add spent next to it. And so that will come unspent next time I roll a 10 plus with a heart roll. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. And I will definitely use the advantage for the reroll.
Mm-hmm.
Save changes. I really should just make more shortcuts to things, because this is a nightmare.
You can,
Oh, just showing macro bar, just click a thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Alright.
Oh,
That's better.
that's a
Ish.
7. So you can take something from them, force a change of location, or de-escalate the situation.
Okay, I love this, actually.
Mhm.
If I may suggest some flavor,
Oh,
I
please.
think if you're cool with this, I'm going to take something from them.
Uh-huh.
And I like the idea that, so Sweets is tracking the thing with the flashlight, right? Like, I imagine she's pretty
Mhm.
locked in on it. Like, it's, when it jerks and moves, like, she's a tiny fraction of a second behind it, but it's never not part of it still in the light, right? She's always
Yeah.
at least, like a follow spot.
Mhm.
I think she, while sort of tracking it, she winds up and tries to throw a punch and it misses, right? But then the flavor of the using the heart link is, I think, then maybe somebody takes control of the arm to redirect the punch back on target.
Oh
Oh.
my god!
Oh.
And while it doesn't fully hit, she is able to grab something off of it that comes away in her hand.
Now that... See, now that's very interesting. Hmm.
Uh-oh.
What do you grab that comes off it?
I don't know if it has clothes, if it's got some sort of hair,
A zipper pull.
any loose enamel pins.
Hang on, let me double check, because I
Skateboard.
did have stuff for this.
She found the photos and the word photos.
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh, these are all pictures of you, Sweets. I didn't know you were a graffiti writer. Me either. What the fuck?
What's all city mean?
Yes.
What's all city mean? And then we're just gonna go.
I have no
here.
idea how we would justify, but that would be such a fun world.
Oh my god, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the music minigame world.
Yeah.
I just can't get enough.
It's a Friday Night Funkin' DDR world.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Shit.
Right. I'm gonna have to go off of memory because I have a thing for it, but that's a clip file, and hey, I didn't get clipped just yet. So
Oh no!
But if memory serves, what would you? Okay, so your hand like grabs this like smooth body, like grabs at it, tries to just grab anything it can, and finds some kind of strap to grab onto. And as the creature tries to move away, you yank this thing and feel how the bottom of the creature slithers past your arm through this strap, and you're stood with some kind of belt in your hand.
What the fuck? Is this thing wearing tactical pants?
Did you just pants them?
Well, there's no pants attached, but... And yeah, as... This is why you don't wear strappies on your damn pants, Rowan!
No capes.
Like, and as this, like, big, chunky, like, fairly wide belt comes off, you hear the sound of, like, presumably the legs, the end of this creature slamming against one of the rafters as it's, like, lost control of its movement from you pulling at it.
Let somebody fucking grab it!
Whoa, 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 whoa!
And for just a brief moment before it, well, I mean, I'm giving you the chance to react here, but you see a long, silvery tendril flop down from the rafters that seems to be connected. Like, it ends in almost a hand of some sort, like a prehensile tail with a, like, 3 weird fingers on the end. And as you follow the tail up, you see what seems to be the shape of legs almost encased inside this silvery skin. And then it seems to... You can see how these, like, leg shapes within sort of, like, buckle outwards. And you can see another strap further up, or another belt. And presumably these belts helps its mobility, because it struggles for a moment as its legs are suddenly free to move outwards. But then begins trying to slither away again.
What the shit? Car horn sound. Friendly reminder that she is censored every time she curses in this world.
What the... Wow.
Rowan's gonna strike to subdue.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna be using an advantage.
Yeah!
Now what in the silent hill?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, that's a 10.
Deal harm. I would like to force a change of location and de-escalate the situation.
Ew.
I want to try and drop it from the rafters.
Mm-hmm.
I think he, to flavor it, points his keyblade up at the strange critter and, like, really having to swallow the pure horror reaction of just seeing this strange, uncanny behavior, just points, aims, shoots, and like a little like he just sort of like runs up and like whacks at the biggest bit of it that he can to try and like aim to hit it down or knock it out of the rafters.
Mm-hmm. And yeah,
And definitely as it's like scrinkling around, he's like, "Oh no, you don't!"
Yeah, you like smack into it, and it just reflexively begins wrapping its tail around your keyblade, which just gives you purchase to pull.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear a snapping sound as as you see now its full body from its head is like, I'll give you the full body description later, but here's the important bits. Its head terminates in almost like a ponytail, which is again this kind of like tendril that also ends in 3 bizarre fingers that's wrapped around one of the rafters. And as you pull, the rafter breaks, and the creature comes silently slamming down into the floor, twitches for a moment, and then goes limp.
I think Roy's
Damn,
gonna have
kid,
his
you caught a
Keyblade-
whopper.
Yeah, he's gonna be keeping his Keyblade pointed at it and just be like, "What the heck is this thing?
Nice catch.
What was that?"
Oh, you
is
I don't know.
So,
is it?
what you're looking at is a human body baseline. It's skinny. It's got 2 arms that end in 3-fingered hands, which are like these big, bulbous, like, again, the tendrils on this motherfucker. It's got almost like gecko fingers. And then, yeah,
Don't
it's
like that.
around like the upper part of what seems to be its thighs is like a big belt that's strapped, and there's like clear markings where the belt that Xweets pulled off was, which is like below the knee. There was another belt, and then the legs just kind of continue tapering off into this tendril. Its head is featureless, except for a dark blue band across the eyes, almost like a visor. That is to say, where a visor would be, it does seem to be like in the skin of it, like it's just like a marking, right? This like dark blue line with little... Oh, you're so loud. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. Yeah, this dark blue stripe with like little reflexive squares dotted across it, like a dotted line across this strip. And yeah, the head just sort of goes up into another long tendril, shorter than the tail, but long enough to be used for presumably climbing around in the rafters. And it seems subdued.
What the hell is this?
Ro is staring at it with horror, just like, is that? And he's like starting to sweat a little bit.
Xweets is sort of inching towards it.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's got the Keyblade in her right hand. And, well, fuck, she's got the fucking belt, too. I think she quickly pockets the belt. And then just summons Tooth by itself in her left hand.
Mm-hmm.
She isn't gonna, like, do anything, but she is sort of slowly approaching it with her Keyblade and stuff, sort of, you know, in a ready position. Does it look subdued, like it's gonna spring up? Like, does it look dead? How does it appear?
It is, unconscious or dead. It's gone limp. And it doesn't look like it's gonna wake up anytime soon, if it's gonna wake up.
Rowan, get your tactical ropes off your pants, and we need to tie this thing up.
Yeah. And he, like, unclips the,
No, the straps!
the
No!
straps,
Passion!
and then just sort of furs them to
His
Sweets.
pants are gonna fall down.
Now you're just wearing silly shorts. The straps really made it work.
Dang.
The Jinko shorts.
Sweets does, like, clip them together, but, like, when he tosses them to her, he's like, well, come here and help me.
Right. And he does help. And
Does our horrible worm creature have limbs that aren't legs? Does it have arms?
It's got arms, yes.
Okay.
The legs
Yeah,
are
definitely
sort of
trying-
more mermaid tail, except instead of a fish, it's
Just
tendril.
tendril.
Yeah, get the arms and the friggin' the head. I hate that thing. The head tentacle.
right.
I think this is all like it's probably very efficient, right? Like she's telling him exactly what she needs, and I imagine he takes direction pretty well. So they, you know,
I imagine he takes direction well. Under duress.
Yeah.
yes, I am unless Dupe has objections. I do see this as a pretty efficient and like a brief microcosm of just quality teamwork from the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know,
Where
lift him
there's,
there, pass that back under to me. All right,
Like,
clip
yo.
that over there.
And there's convenient holes that they can just clip the
Yeah.
the canisters to.
Wait, the canisters?
I can't remember the word.
Carabiners?
That's the
Carab-
one.
Oh. It's like, are you getting ready to
The
die?
canisters full of explosives so they can blow it the fuck up.
You know.
You know, the canisters. The whippets. For later.
All right, Rowan, hand me the plunger.
And yeah, I mean, yeah, you, as you're like handling this creature, it is ice cold to the touch.
Ooh, okay.
Or, well, you know, room temperature, as it were. It does not seem to be warm-blooded, if it's blooded at all. It's still, as you're like having to grab the ends of the tendrils and like the arms, it does twitch a little bit. Just enough to confirm for you that it is still alive and that tying it up is probably a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I mean, this truly is the most creature you can tie knots on. It's got built-in it's got
Right.
built-in knots, baby. Wait, no. Anyway.
Sweets looks up at you for a second like, really?
No, come on. No, man, it's late, okay?
Alright.
Where you said it had like the hands, are they like glove hands or are they just like three-fingered weird hands?
So, yeah, like it's like as you're handling it, you can clearly tell that like this isn't like, or at least it doesn't seem to be a suit. This silvery thing is its skin. And the hands do have that like slightly, round, almost like swollen look to it that cartoon hands do have. And as you're investigating, it does have the 2 stripes on the back of the hand, as a cartoon glove would have.
Oh, God.
I think seeing that, Ro would like drop the hand in shock.
What?
The... It's weird. Sorry.
Well, now here's my thing. I assume they've tied it up.
Mm-hmm.
We leave the thing here. Go figure out what the fuck's going on with Will or whatever. Thing slithers away. Bring the thing with us. What are we gonna do with it?
Could we put him outside?
Maybe there's like a room we can lock it in.
I mean, if we take it outside with like a bike rack out front, we could use Rowan's tactical pants to sort of clip it off to something.
Right? Ro's like very gently lifting Mog off his head and is just cuddling him now.
Oh.
And Mog will be able to feel he's nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Mog was hiding his eyes.
Oh,
Easy to do with all your hair.
absolutely. He's got his face turned to his chest.
Something about seeing Mog being, like, the kind of frightened that only cute things can be. It's very upsetting. And sort of impulsively, I think Sweets just decides, you know what, you stay here, I'm going to take care of it. And just is going to try to hoist the thing up onto her shoulder like a log.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's easy. Like, it's not heavy, and with your strength, it's nothing.
A fraction of a bookcase.
It's a
Yeah, right.
fraction of a bookcase.
Thing ain't even a bookcase.
You lift emotions heavier than this guy.
Yeah.
Let me get the door for you. Then I'm gonna go ahead and open the front door.
Thank you.
As you go to open the front door.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. A gray barrier suddenly, in like in a flash, appears in front of it. And you hear a voice from downstairs.
God damn it.
Oh, you're... No, come down here. Let's make this easy on you. And then we're gonna have an ad break.
Oh,
Son
no.
of a bitch!
What the? Wrong window. There we go. I was like, why am I alone? Hi. Hi, chat. Hi, how are we doing?
Hey, chat. Hey, gang.
Yeah.
Not doing too good.
Let me just do a quick little... Just adjust the volumes on these, I feel like it's gonna be nice to have. And then we're probably just gonna start this one. So, you hear Will call out from below, sort of muffled through the floorboards. Hey, you're not... No. I mean, you can come down here, I can get you. That's up to you.
I mean, don't comply in advance, right?
Is this Will?
Yep. Them speaking.
Yep.
What are you doing? What's the barrier for?
It's really awkward to talk through the floor. I have to shout so loud for you guys
Let
to
us
hear
out
me.
of here!
No.
Why are you barricading the door?
I could tell you if you came down here.
I think you could tell us from right fucking here.
I don't want to. I'm giving you the count
Oh,
to 3.
you don't want to? Well, I don't want to
1,
stay here. Seems we're at an impasse.
2, 3. All right.
You hear that, guys? He knows numbers.
I'm like crouching in a ball and closing my eyes.
Oh.
Sweets is so lost in the pissing contest of it all. She's fully lost track of what it is that's happening, and it's just no fuck you.
Yeah. You hear from down the hall in the room of natural sciences, you hear the sound of rotted wood breaking as something breaks through the floor. And then you hear a thud. And one of the creatures, rather, a creature similar to the one you just subdued, comes out from the door. You see its head tendril slinging out, wrapping itself around a rafter, and then swinging its whole body underneath, and just kind of looking in your general direction with its faceless face.
Oh, perfect. I have just the thing for this.
And then another, and then another. And they're not wasting time slithering about up there. They are swinging from, like, using their head tendril, beginning to sling their tail up to grab the next rafter. And they're making their way towards you.
So are they, like, coming down a hallway? Like, is there sort of
Yes,
a line?
okay, so... yeah, basically, yes. They are in a line,
Cool.
sort of by effect of moving with the rafters.
Cool. Love that. All right. I'm going to vamp briefly just in case I can farm for advantage, and if not, I will go ahead with it. But I think what I'm going to do after I click this later is I'm going to strike with intent because Sweets is still holding the 1, right?
Yeah, there's the advantage. Sweets used the power of the strap.
Yeah, this thing's got good handles. Use the power of the strap. Wait, no.
No, Juno, you said what you said.
shit, I hit the wrong one. Where'd it go? Here it is.
Ooh, that'll do it. That's a 10. Yeah.
I think, so flavor-wise, Xweets is already kind of dialed in from slightly hunting the thing that she's got in her hands. So, she's sort of in go mode. As soon as things emerge, like, definitely there's a moment of calculus of, oh, fuck, so it's like that when the second one appears. Like, definitely her confidence is adjusted for the situation. But yeah, we're probably going to try and wait for a good moment when, like, as many of them are mid-swing as possible, so, down under the rafter. But yeah, she's gonna fucking... You know what? Fuck it. Well, we haven't... she hasn't done enough cartoon stuff lately. There's going to be an audible Popeye, and she's going to flex the arm that isn't currently holding the thing, and, like, visibly all the muscles in her arms are going to, like, Roshi up, and then she's just gonna overhand fucking Donkey Kong barrel throw it and try to hit as many of them as possible.
Yeah!
And I think my justification for that is deal great harm and take control of the situation.
Yeah! So, so you're just throwing this donkey, like, the body in your hands, you're throwing that?
Yeah.
Yeah! Yeah, so, for the harm side of it, as one of them, like, the first swing out is with its head tendril, and then it brings its body up, wraps its tail around a rafter, and then swings, like, with its back now towards you to sort of, like, arch up and grab the next rafter with its head tendril again. And as it's mid that, you just fucking pummel it with this, with its buddy, as it were. And as it's mid-swing being hit, it gets... like, it loses its grip and is swung backwards and hits the one behind it that's already in motion, because they're sort of, like, moving together. So it's not expecting the movement in front to stop, so they just clash together and both just...
Newton's Cradle, baby!
Yeah! Both just hit the floor and are out. And a third one is still on its way, but you're taking control of the situation.
I think... Oh. I mean, I think the form of that is just by the time the third one is visible, like, she's already got Tooth and the Keyblade summoned again and is on her way.
Hell yes.
And, like, they're in the sort of crossways part by the door, right?
Yeah.
Because Ro's still in the corridor, just, like, straight down the other end with Mog.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I think just he sees, like, the cartoon hand come out, like, smash two of them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, unless, Kat, you wanna, like, do anything further to the combo, I got a little thing I could do.
I very much feel like whatever Rowan would do would probably take place in between Xweets' first action and her follow-up, so, like, by all means. And I also don't want to hog. The taking of the control of the situation extends to giving Rowan a little moment.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, he's gonna, sort of stance up, get, like, an idea in his head, really sort of hold on to Mog and, like, hold the back of his head to, like, keep him safe. Breathes in real big, and, like, he doesn't realize, but his nostrils do go kind of cartoony as he does, like, a giant... And he's gonna cast magic with advantage.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah, baby!
And without, like, necessarily guiding it through his Keyblade, he breathes in deep, and then fire comes out of his mouth.
Yeah! Yeah! He learned it in a
Fucking
book.
sick, dude.
Cat shit, let's go.
Yeah!
Yeah.
So he's gonna cause one harm. He's going to hit more than one entity, and it is going to have no unintended consequences.
Smart.
As it is fire.
Smart. Yeah.
Selective, it's like gated reverb, but for splash damage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, like, from their point of view, I guess what they just suddenly see is just fire.
Yeah.
As he casts an ember.
Yeah. And yeah, the fire it hits this first one without it having even a chance to react to it. And just like I imagine if it's ember, it's like a ball of fire that shoots out, then hits this creature and sort of splashes out behind it. And as you can see, this last one is still like halfway out the door from the natural sciences room. And you see yet another tendril, another creature ready to move out into the hallway, also be hit by this splash of fire, and you hear two thump, thump, as two more go down.
Fuck yeah.
And he, like, has a little after effect of fire out of his mouth, just like...
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to decide if Xweets has a quip or a compliment or anything to say on the way, or if she's just gonna do the thing. Nothing comes to me, so I've chosen nothing comes to her.
Yeah.
But, like, I think I'm gonna strike with intent again.
Yeah, as you're moving, like, because you're sort of moving up towards where they're coming from, right?
Yeah.
So you can, like, now see into this, like, the natural sciences room, and there is another two slithering their way out of the hole, and yet more ready to climb out. Currently, there's two to deal with in there.
So everything in the hallway is done? Like, there's nobody left in the hallway?
Yeah, the hallway is done.
Excellent. Okay. Give me a moment to recalibrate. I had a flashy thing.
Oh, man.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna fold my flashy thing into the stuff that's already dead,
Hell yeah.
since movement was baked into it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think whatever the distance is between her and that doorway, you know, Xweets is running down the hallway perpendicular to it. The sort of the pile of bodies in the that are sort of on fire in the hallway, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna, you know, she's taking off at a sprint, you know, like she did with Clover, where she threw the fucking chair and then jumped to be there as soon as it hit. She's doing that basically, right?
Yeah.
But what's different this time is she almost like a triple jump.
Yeah.
You know, not like into the air, but like in Olympics, you know, when they sort of do the long jump. But to finish them off, she's gonna stab Candy Crown into the floor and sort of anchor it there, and she's gonna jump, right? And then with an audible like doom, with her arm stretching, she's gonna land where she wants to go, and then dragging the key through the floor, her arm is going to snap to her side.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know that she'd be able to attack the ones in the adjacent room directly, so this is all just me saying she gets in position to fight them, but does it cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Since they were guaranteed dead anyway, I feel okay doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. And yeah, you sort of get ready. Like, two of them are, like, crawling with both their arms and a tendril, like, dragging themselves across the floor. And then...
God, they're just awful.
One of them, almost like scorpion-like, suddenly, like, whips its whole, like, body up behind it and lashes out with a tendril to try and grab you.
Oh God! All right.
And you're gonna wanna do something about that. I will say, because normally sometimes if you like choose to strike with intent instead of defending, you might still take harm. The fact that you got here with like the snap up, I'll say a strike with intent here can like fully just work as a defense as well. Or similar moves.
Yeah, that's fair. More just going for like a clash against whatever they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and especially with the flavor of a certain moment that Fen hasn't seen yet.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think we will attempt to just get an attack in before theirs reaches us.
Mm-hmm.
So like almost like sort of like a samurai clash where like it's coming the point of its attack is coming straight toward the Keyblade and they're gonna collide. We just don't know who's gonna win the struggle, as it were.
Yeah, you are clashing now, and the dice will let us know who wins. Oh, that's a 7! That's a 7! That's a 7! It worked!
+2 dark, baby!
Yeah!
Woo!
So you deal harm and choose one effect.
I think we'll forego the great harm, but she is going to learn from what she just did and sort of win the clash and then start to turn, we grab, and then spin and take control by, again, we throw you at your friend. Because there were 2 of them, right?
Yeah! And more coming.
Yep.
Oh god, yes! Yeah, you just grab it by the tail, start spinning it.
I'm being speech jammed by a cat, but it's also like, it hadn't occurred to me how much Xweets was going to be a throw shit fighter, but apparently...
It's just cool.
It's Kiryu hitting a man with a bike.
Yeah! Yeah, I'll say, like, balls in your court. If you wanna, like, throw this guy.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to think of the right above board question to figure out how to orient the amount of flash versus how much regard for each individual. Like, are we fighting strong guys or are we fighting a shit ton of guys?
Shit ton of guys.
Okay, because if it's like safe to like just say I've killed one because there are more coming, I may do that. Because I like to think, okay, I'm still gonna have to roll for it, but what she's gonna try to do is just fucking cast a magic and blow them both up as they hit.
Yeah!
Did I make a... No, I didn't make a shortcut for cast magic. I should just make a shortcut for everything. Honey.
While Xweets is doing all this, I think Ro's gonna run forward and, like, squeak with, like, a halt as he sees Cooper in a little bowl, and then just defend him and crouch near him with Keyblade out.
Yeah! Ooh, a 7.
I choose has no unintended consequences. I think at the very last moment, Xweets remembers she is still in a library and she's about to blow something up. Let's maybe try not to blow up the books.
Yeah, I mean...
Actually, you know what? I think for flavor, the spell that she fires is going to look smaller, but otherwise identical to the fireball that Rowan spat.
Yeah! So, does it come out like is it when you throw this creature against the other that like is the explosion them hitting each other, or is the explosion something you add after? Like, do you throw it and then fireball?
I've been back and forth, and I think it is all three collide at the same time.
Yeah!
Because, like, there's also a fun to bang, but just like, I don't know, the cleanliness of it all. Like,
Yeah.
it's business time, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Sort
We're
of.
not here to have fun. There's a bunch of guys, and we need them dead quickly.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, in cartoon style, the first one is thrown into the next one. Another one comes crawling out of the hole, looks up, has like a brief moment of, oh no. Gets you smacked in the face with these two others, and then it's just Toby Fox explosion on top of it. And you hear from the hole in the floor, oh, all right, it's gotta be like that. Okay. And then you, like, Xweets, you can hear some sort of movement, like, directly below you. Like, the room under this room. Which then, like, grows more, like, faint, as if moving away. And then Rowan and Cooper can hear beneath them some fairly quick-moving, heavy stomps.
All right.
All right.
Here I come.
Here I come. And you hear this creature moving in the direction of the basement door, and then you hear the sound of somebody slamming full force into a locked door. Oh, come on! Fine.
I'm glad it's not what I thought it was gonna be.
Did you think it was going to be Pete? Where were we at?
I'm afraid to tell you because you might do it.
Interesting. Tell me in the debrief.
God damn.
But yeah, you hear like this large, like, oh, come on. And then there is an awful whining metallic sound, like the sound of a like welder. Are they just called welders? Welders, the thing you weld with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a welder turned up to just max in the screechiness. There's almost like, it's almost as if it's voices screaming, and you hear grinding metal and see sparks flying down the hall from the basement door.
What, is he trying to build a killer robot right now? What? Just you wait! Furious hammering sounds.
Yeah, just wait!
Just one more moment, and you're gonna regret it!
And
You have no idea!
This is actually along the lines of what I thought you were gonna do. But
Interesting.
I thought it might have been like a saw, like through the fucking floor in a circle.
Oh, okay, no, fair. That's fair, alright.
Yeah.
I think Xweets would probably just yell, basement door!
On it! Look,
She's following
protect
behind him.
Cooper.
Sweets, as you go to follow, you hear more sounds from the hole. There's more of those fuckers.
Ah, god damn it. Audible cartoon screech to halt sounds.
Rowan's running to the door, the basement door. He's gonna point his keyblade at it. And cast magic again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it still works. It still works.
Yeah, baby.
And his keyblade is gonna be a welding torch on the other end.
They get shot! Like the Pink Panther fucking paint roller duel!
Exactly that.
Yeah!
Hey, what? No, come on. It's... Oh, No!
Yes!
Yeah, what's the effect?
The effect is bypasses defenses. And he is he's trying to outrun the welding to open with welding to close.
Incredible.
Truly beautiful.
Alright, let me just note that down.
Starflare does like a form change, and there's a little like oxyacetylene 2 tanks next to it with a little hose.
Yeah!
And like, there's the sort of magical girl turnaround of Rowan putting on his fucking safety visor.
Yes!
Well,
And then there's the static shot of.
I was gonna say part of the form change is a safety visor, but it's in the style of Starflare.
Yeah!
Yeah, it's a star-shaped welding shield.
Oh yeah!
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, that would be, huh?
Let's see here.
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Alright. What you can
It
see,
would be
like...
interesting for a lot of reasons.
Anyway, what you, like, see, having been, like, lightsaber style stuck through the door and, like, attempting to cut through it, is this, like, blade of, like, a thin, long blade made of pure light, encased in, like, streaks of darkness that keep, like, swirling down toward the tip in, like, a repeating pattern as if being pulsed out from somewhere. The end of it is serrated almost like a lockpick.
Whoa!
And you hear... Alright, we're gonna play like that. And the blade retracts as Xweets. 4 of these creatures emerge, and they are intent not on attacking you, but stopping Rowan. They're gonna try to get past you. Where is Cooper in all of this?
Cooper's been half cowering, kind of near the front door, unable to act, but after everything that's happened, he's kind of come back to his senses, and I think once everyone started running out of the hallway to go other places, he's kind of been following behind. So have these things gotten out of the hole yet, or are they starting to make their way down the hallway towards Rowan?
Currently, they're still blocked by Xweets in the doorway to the room of natural sciences, where they are emerging.
What I want to try to do is I'm going to make my way towards Rowan, but I'm assuming that means I have to go past that doorway.
I mean, if he was sat just kind of like at the exit door before, then no.
Because yeah, they're on like opposite ends of the fork, aren't they?
Yes, exactly. It's like the two far ends of the hallway.
Oh, so I'm already in between them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, thank you for drawing.
Okay, so that's technically better. What I want to do is help protect Rowan, but I am going to approach the doorway what they're trying to come out of.
Mm-hmm.
And Mog and I are going to team up, and we're going to do a little Donald Flare fireworks shoot 'em off.
Yeah.
And try to push these things back down into the hole, and also take out any that are still coming up from the hole.
Yeah.
He splash.
Yeah.
The Sweets need to roll anything to avoid.
I think you work together well enough to not worry about that. Kingdom Hearts doesn't have friendly fire.
That's fair. I do think for flavor though, it is gonna be Sweets like starts to say something, and then in comes the duck flares like wait, and she's sort of like stretchy bending around all of them so they all miss her and hit their target, but like she does have to.
Yeah.
Hey, whoa, come on! I'm in. Somebody's in here.
Like stretches the legs up for something to go below her, pulls her own head down so one can go above her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so that I'm thinking is probably going to be a cast magic.
Sounds like it.
We're going to use advantage on this one, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's
good thing. That's an 8. You get to pick a 1.
I'm okay with there being unintended consequences if necessary to further what you're trying to do.
And I think, unfortunately, that is gonna be how this plays out, because I'm going to specify hits more than one entity, in that it pushes all, or at least as many of them as you're willing for me to be able to hit.
Mm-hmm. Like pushes them back.
Yeah, pushes them back, knocks them down. Otherwise, gets them out of play.
Yeah.
Which one's the natural sciences room? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Yes, that would be 1.
Okay.
So this over here is the room where all these creatures are spilling out of. And down here is where the basement door is.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the exit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. So no unintended consequences. Yum.
Oh no, yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, so, like, it's duck flare, right? Like, you're shooting basically rockets in there, like fireworks.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mog and I do a cool pose and just, like, a wall of rockets.
Yeah!
Maybe he, like, pulls, like, a cherry bomb out of nowhere and just starts lobbing those in with, and,
Mog pulls off his own bomb.
No, that stays on. I got my Keyblade now. Somehow they all, like, know to turn into the doorway as I shoot them just down the hallway.
It's like one of them goes past and then has a cartoon moment of wait a minute, then turns back and then goes into the light.
Yup.
Yeah. Yeah, so just this absolute rain of fireworks shoots down the hallway, turns sharply into the door, and yeah, Sweet, you like pull, like go stretch, you like pull yourself up by the pants to like stretch the legs out to let some go beneath, pull head down to let some go above. The rockets are just firing in, hitting these creatures, exploding and no, maybe not even exploding, just like hitting them and pushing them physically towards
some of them might
the
explode,
hole.
but I think a lot of them, are just kind of colliding with them.
Yeah. And
if I may, one little piece of flavor while she's dodging, it's all frantic and angry except one. One dodge in the middle is like a slow motion, like glistening Vogue, like a half photo shoot, perfect close up, and then it's straight back to god shit fuck.
There's one Bayonetta slow mode in there.
Yes.
Yep, where she just looks perfect and cunty and untouchable, and then she's back to being frightened cartoon.
So, for the unintended consequences, you have that like one beautiful Bayonetta cunty moment of dodging the one. Then you get hit by just a shit ton of them. And
it's like her mouth is open, and they're like sort of like cramming in there, like
like one catches you by the lip and then holds your mouth open so the rest can all pile in.
Yeah.
And Sweets, as well as a bunch of these creatures, are all forced down the hole they came from.
Oh no.
And down below. And that's where we're gonna end for today.